Welcome to today's gentle 20-minute yoga flow to help open up tight hips. These hip opening stretches and movements are sequenced together to help you release any built-up tension in the hips, causing you to feel stiffness and tightness. This class is a great way to not only gain more flexibility in your hips, but also a way to gain more mobility and release any stagnant energy from the body. When you're ready to begin, grab your mat and let's get moving. We're going to start today seated on our mats, making sure that you're completely comfortable, sitting up tall, releasing the shoulders away from your ears. Chin is just gently tucked in. Taking a moment to just notice how you're feeling here. Bringing your awareness to your breath without making any changes. Just noticing the calm, steady inhales and exhales. Trying to stay connected to your breath throughout your practice. When you're ready, you'll gently open up your eyes, take your hands behind you slightly, open up your feet just hip distance apart or a little wider. Your legs are at a 90-degree angle and you're just going to start to windshield wipe your knees side to side. So you can start with slower, smaller movements, and as you start to feel your hips open up, you'll notice that you're able to swipe those legs a little bit further, opening them up more and more. You'll come back to center now. Bring the soles of the feet together. You're going to take your hands around your feet, finding our butterfly. We'll inhale, sit up tall. And as you exhale, start to pull your chest towards your feet. Keeping your spine long, drawing your knees down towards the floor as much as feels comfortable for you. And breathing here. On your next inhale, you'll rise back up. You're going to extend your right leg out to the side. Left knee stays bent. Inhale, reach both arms up. And now as you exhale, reaching over your head with that left arm. Getting a nice stretch in the left side of the body. Your right hand is placed on the right leg wherever it feels right for you. Inhale, we'll rise up, just switching sides. You'll extend the left leg out. Inhale, reach both arms up. And as you exhale, reaching over your head towards the left side, getting a nice deep stretch in the right side of your body. Make sure that you're still breathing here. Inhale, we'll rise up, and exhale, you're going to transition yourselves over to your hands and knees coming to tabletop. We're going to move right into our cat and cow. As you inhale, open the chest, gaze goes up. Exhale, push away from the mat, rounding the spine. Inhale, drop the stomach, open the heart. And exhale, rounding the spine, push away from the floor. One more time, you'll inhale. And exhale, push away from the floor. This time we'll inhale, come back to center. And from here, we're going to start creating big circles with our hips, creating however big, however small feels good for you. Really working on opening up the hips, letting go of any tension in the lower back, just rolling in a way that feels good, just changing direction when it feels good, and breathe. Not forgetting to breathe through our movements. One more big circle. And then coming back to center with our hips. From here, you're going to tuck your toes under and start to push your hips up towards the sky, finding downward facing dog. Take a moment to pedal out the feet, getting comfortable here in your downward facing dog. If you need to keep your knees bent, feel free to keep your knees bent throughout your practice. Listen to the body and do what feels good for you today. From here, we're going to inhale, reach the right leg up to the sky. And as you exhale, I want you to step that foot in between your hands, drop the back knee, and inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky for your low lunge. Really sink the hips down towards the mat. Make sure your right knee is stacked over your right ankle. And again, breathe here. Exhale, you're going to release your hands down towards the mat. Take both hands to the inside of that right foot, coming into our lizard pose. We can stay right here on our hands, or if you'd like to go a little bit deeper, you're going to drop down onto your elbows and breathe. Really sink the hips down towards the mat. Listen to the body. If you find that being on your elbows is a little bit too much, you can always come out of that and come up onto your hands. Find a variation that suits you best. Coming up onto your hands if you're not already. Together we're going to curl the back toes, lift off of the back knee, and you're going to step that foot to the top of the mat, finding our garland pose. So you're sinking the hips down towards the mat. Hands at your heart as your elbows press against your knees to really open up the hips a little bit more. Keeping the spine long, focusing on your breath here. When you're ready, you're going to engage the glutes. And as you inhale, you're going to rise up, extending the legs, reach the arms up. Exhale, release hands to center. Bring your feet about hip distance apart. We're going to take 3 good focusing breaths together. As you inhale, you're going to reach up and open the heart. Get a nice stretch. Exhale, release hands to your heart. Again, inhale, reach, get a nice stretch in the body. And exhale, hands to heart. Last one. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hands to your heart. This time we're going to inhale, reach the arms up, bringing the right knee into your chest And exhale, swing that leg behind you, arms to either side of you, warrior three. Inhale, coming forward, leg to your side. You're going to lift the leg out to the side, back to center. Inhale, bring that knee in. Exhale, shift warrior three. The same thing again. We're going to come back to center. That right leg is going to reach out to the side. Come back down. Inhale, lift that knee up to your chest. Exhale, find warrior three. Inhale, coming, lifting back up. Exhale, that right leg out to the right side. And release. Inhale, lifting the knee back up. This time, take your right foot, place it onto your right thigh, calf, or your ankle. We're finding our tree pose, so find whichever variation feels good for you today. Hands at your heart, finding your balance. You're going to start to raise your hands over your head. Breathing here, you're going to open up the palms. Standing tall and strong, shoulders away from your ears. Gently, you're going to start to bring your gaze up towards the sky if that feels good for you. You'll bring your palms back together, releasing the hands down towards your heart. And gently releasing that foot down to the mat again. Open up the feet as wide as the mat. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, sinking your hips back into that garland pose again. Drop your hands to the floor. You're going to step yourself back into a plank. Inhale there. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And as you exhale, push your hips up to find your downward facing dog. We're going to take all of that to the other side. You'll inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step that foot in between the hands. You'll drop the back knee. And inhale, reach both arms up towards the sky for that low lunge. Again, sink the hips down towards the mat. Your left knee is stacked over your ankle. You're just breathing here. Exhale, release the hands down towards the mat. On the inside of that left leg, scoot that left foot to the edge of the mat to find your garland pose. Again, you have the option to drop down to your elbows if that feels good for you. Otherwise, staying up on your hands. Breathe here, sinking the hips down to the mat. Focusing on trying to let go of any tension you may be feeling in the body. Coming up onto your hands if you're not already. From here, you're going to curl your back toes, lift the knee off of the mat, and you're going to step that foot to the outside of your right hand, finding garland pose again. Sinking the hips down to the mat, making sure your spine is long. If you need some support, you can grab a block and you can sit yourself on your block. Or you can roll up a blanket or a mat and place it underneath your heels for some support. When you're ready, you're going to inhale, extend the legs, reach the arms up, and exhale, hands to heart. Starting with a couple rounds of breath, we'll inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reaching the arms up, get a nice stretch And exhale, we'll release. This time, inhale, reach the arms up, lift the left knee into your chest. And as you exhale, shift back, warrior three. Inhale, coming to center. This time you'll lift the left leg out to the side. And inhale that knee back to your chest. Reach the arms up. Exhale, warrior three. Left leg behind you. Inhale, coming back to center. You're going to kick that left leg out to the side. And release. Inhale, lift that knee back up. Reach the arms up. Exhale, find warrior three. Keep your hips square to the mat. Inhale, coming to center. Straight line with the body. You kick the left leg out to the side. And release. Inhale, reach the arms up. And this time coming into tree pose on the opposite side. Placing your foot on your calf, your ankle, the floor, wherever feels good, just avoiding your knees. Hands at your heart, shoulders away from the ears. Slowly start to reach your arms over your head. Open up the palms. Finding that full tree pose. If you want to give yourself a challenge, bringing your gaze up towards the sky. Gently, you'll now bring the palms back together. Releasing the hands down to your heart. And exhale, releasing the foot. You're going to step that foot behind you this time. Coming into a wide-legged forward fold. We'll inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to your hip. You're going to dive yourself into that wide-legged forward fold. Opening up the feet as wide as feels comfortable for you. You're going to plant both hands into the mat now. And as you exhale, bend in the right knee. Shift your hips over to the side. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, bend the left knee, hips goes over to the left, just gently. Inhale, back to center. You're just going to alternate between sides, moving with the breath. Find your own rhythm, sinking those hips down as far as feels good for you. Really gently opening up the hips. Together now, you're going to drop to your knees, keeping your knees as wide as comfortable. Your legs are at a 90-degree behind you. You're going to drop to your elbows if this feels good for you. Coming into our frog pose. This is a really deep stretch for the hips. So really focus on your breath. Focus on letting go of any tension that may be stored in the hips. When you're ready, together we're going to gently come back onto our hands. Slowly bring the knees back together, finding your way to a seated pose. Hands are going to go behind you, and just like we started with, we're just going to windshield wipe the knees side to side, letting go of any tension in the hips that might have built up during the practice. Feel how it may be a little different from how it felt in the beginning of the practice. Exhale, gently release, finding a seated pose on your mat again. And from here we're going to take 3 last breaths together. We'll inhale, reach the arms up, And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, reaching the arms up towards the sky. And exhale, hands to heart. Last breath together. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, hands to heart. Thank you for joining me on the mat today. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you again soon. A quick thank you to one of my subscribers, Andy Wicks, for requesting this video. If you have any videos you'd like to see me create, please feel free to leave your suggestions in the comments below. I love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification icon so you don't miss out on any future videos.